Welcome back to Live, Laugh, Luke, and we ship Janet Hamner out, and we've got the one, the only Professor Green. Woohoo! Do you hate being called that?
Interesting question. I don't think in the life of my career I've introduced myself as Professor Green. I've introduced myself as Stephen and had someone go, "Fuck off! You're not Stephen, you're Pro." Like, okay, you're entitled to think that, but I'm definitely Stephen.
I think, no offence, I think Professor Green is sexier than Stephen. Don't you think?
I don't know.
What's your name, Professor Green?
If you said sexier than Steve, I'd say yeah, definitely. I don't like being called Steve. There's a couple of people in my life who get away with calling me it. Anyone else gets
hurt. Steve. What about Steve?
Steve's lovely. I don't
Stevie?
mind Steve. Nah, absolutely fucking
That's
not.
a bit cute, that, isn't it, Stevie?
Yeah, Steve. All right, Steve. Don't call me Steve.
What if I call you Stevie from now on?
Do you want me or not, mate?
I love the Professor. I think Professor Green just sounds... Yeah, I'm Professor Green.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those annoying things, though, when someone... You know, even now, right, I've been doing this for... So it was my nickname before I made rap music. And people still go, "You're not a real professor, are you?" I'm like, I have to write a PhD in something. One day there has to be a paper
literally,
so I can just go, "Yes, I fucking am."
Yeah,
because it's annoying.
Where did you get the name from?
I used to sell a lot of weed.
That'll do it.
Yeah, and my mate, I used to smoke a lot as well.
Right,
that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
I can't touch the stuff now.
Yeah.
And one of my mates said something. I can't remember. I don't know if it was in relation to a grow or what it was, but he said something, and I corrected him quite sternly. And he went, "What do you think you are? Some kind of professor, Professor Green?" And everyone went, "Professor Green."
So the green is for weed?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, not anymore. I fucking hate the stuff.
Yeah, what could we call you now? Professor what?
I don't know.
Professor Dad? Professor Daddy? See, I like that. No? No, should we move on? Let's move on. Anyway, so you said about when you were younger...
Sorry, I can't hear you. I'm trying to think of what else you can call me.
When you were younger, you said that you obviously called Professor Green. Can you remember the first time, like, you were, for people who don't know about you, like, you got introduced to, like, music?
Yeah, my nan was playing probably a Jason Donovan record that made me want to self-harm.
Can I just say, we're 2 minutes in, I'm already fucking obsessed with you because you're very me. You're so me.
I don't, there's not much I enjoy, mate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying yourself today? Okay.
Yeah, no, I like to process things. It takes me a little bit longer to process things than it does others, so give me some time and I'll give you some answers.
Okay, thanks, Stevie. So when did you... Joking. I like that, though. When did you realise you could rap then? Because it's really difficult.
I was at the same flat I was when I got named Professor Green, actually, Adam Deacon's flat, and everyone had been, they're all, you know, older and cooler than me, or they were older and cooler than me. They are very much still older and cooler than me. But all my pals have been making music for years, and I loved listening to music, but I didn't have a creative bone in my body, or no creative outlet anyway. I was shit at painting, still can't sing, couldn't sing then, and still can't. And didn't play any instruments, still don't. And then they were all rapping, and one of them rapped a lyric and cussed me, and so I rapped the lyric back and cussed them, and everyone went, "What? You can rap?" And I was like, I wanted to hide under the table. But then I started doing it in my own time and more with them, and quite quickly it went from just freestyling with my friends in the flats and messing around to getting on a stage and rap battling. And that went well, and then it didn't, and then it went really well.
Were you good at English?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was, you know, I didn't go to school much, but I read really, really, really early. And most of that's owing to my great-grandmother. Mm-hmm. And yeah, she used to sleep in our living room. I was talking to someone the other day about this and how we just normalised the fact that there wasn't really a room in the house that someone didn't sleep in apart from the kitchen when we were growing up. But yeah, my great-grandmother used to sleep in the front room, so I'd wake up in the morning ahead of everyone else, or alongside my nan when she woke up to go and clean the banks in the Strand at like 4 a.m. And I'd run out to my great-grandmother and jump under her blue blanket, and she would read to me until I began to read back to her. And yeah, some of my fondest memories.
I love that. Obviously, with rapping, it's such a skill to do because, especially if you were talking about before about like rap battles, you have to be really quick in your head to do it. What is it that is like talk me through the process of that when it comes to your brain? And it's pretty hard and complex.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely complex. I didn't know that I was a visual thinker until I had my autism assessment. Because I just thought, well, they're words. But before words, it was numbers. When I was at school, they deemed me bright because I had really good mental arithmetic. And it was the same thing. I could just take parts or take part of a number and put it there, and it would be there until I was ready to bring it into the equation. And it's the same with rap battling. I would look at someone and see certain things, and I'd be able to go, right, that's there and that's there, and I don't know how it rhymes or where it rhymes because I don't know what I'm going to say first, but once I find my way into a rhythm and I've got a rhyme that I'm on, I'll find a way to get it in there.
Yeah.
And I would generally, on the run up to a battle, often because I wouldn't know who I was battling, I would just walk around and distract myself and talk about anything apart from what was about to happen, and then when it was, it would just switch, and it was like a stress response.
Because for me, I think if I could try to do it now, let me think. I'm here with Professor Green and I just want to be seen.
Right. We can see you, mate.
Don't be mean.
Okay.
I want to be lean.
I wouldn't recommend it.
I've got another one.
Yeah, go for it.
Yo, just be good to me. All I need is somebody to be good to Green. I'm an easy man. I'm easily pleased. And you provide me with everything that I need.
Look.
Yeah. Sorry.
That
was good, that, wasn't it?
It was pretty good, I wonder, yeah.
Whoever wrote that?
Yeah.
Stevie. But could I just say Be Good to Green is my fave?
Yeah.
I love that.
Have you heard all my records?
Yes. Every single one.
Just want to make sure it is your favourite.
No, but it's I do
really
like
if you
it.
haven't heard all of them, but if you haven't, there might be another record which could potentially be your favourite.
Yeah, I think it's because I like that phrase. Because I used to do it a lot in the club. You're on tour later this year. Are you excited?
Nah.
Right.
Yeah, just working it.
You're not excited for it at all?
Oh wait, yeah, proper. Yeah.
It must be...
No, I'm joking, man. Honestly, like it's been way more exciting getting back on the road this year than it has for a little while. And to be getting to the end of this year and being able to celebrate 15 years of my second album ahead of going into what will be my fourth album and then getting back on the road again and things having some shape and structure to them is fucking exciting for me.
Yeah.
I've been wanting this for some time. And there's been so much going on outside of it that's played into things not quite happening in a way in which I would have liked them to. But I've got through a hell of a lot of it, and genuinely, yeah, just come off of tour with Example, which was fucking sick. They were some of the best shows of probably of our careers. I shouldn't speak for him, but I know, it was, and it's because we're in a different place. We're not going out pissed as a fart and then coming off stage and continuing that and then waking up the next day and getting to a dressing room and having a hair of the dog and just, we're not. Yeah. We're waking up in the morning going, right, where are we meeting for a sauna and an ice bath?
Yeah.
And coming off tour healthier than when we began it, which is an achievement, I think. But it makes it so much more enjoyable and I feel so much more present. It's weird. Like I was just kind of not doing what I was told, but just doing what I thought was what was meant to be done, what everyone had done before me.
Do you feel more connected to your fans now than you did 15 years ago?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the ones that have grown with me. No offence to the ones that have just found me. But I think the ones that have grown with me have seen each and every stage I've been at, for better or worse, and there's been a lot worse. And it gives me the option to talk about things really openly and honestly and not really... I don't know, I feel like the image of a lot of artists is so carefully curated but ultimately contrived. And it works, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't, but it's not for me. I need to be able to be a fucking weirdo.
Do you know, considering you said before that you don't go to school, you speak really well.
So I only understand words for the most part in context.
Right.
Yeah, versus like definition.
Yeah.
So I use them in the right place, but it's because I listen when people talk.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've read a lot. And yeah, it just goes back to my great grandmother and all of the positive association with learning, I guess, by way of reading.
And
thank you.
No problem. I've also got another question for you. If you want me to open for you for the tour, I can.
Who would you? Oh, is it a podcast?
No. It's in your actual tour.
Yeah, but like, what would you? You'd have a conversation with someone on stage.
No, I'd rap. No. You've heard me rap. I think I'm great.
I haven't heard enough. I think you've got to cut your teeth somewhere else first. Maybe go do a couple of rap battles.
And then come and find you after.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's try that then.
Sweet.
So obviously we were talking about fans before. Have you ever had any like wild fan moments over the years? You must have had people throwing knickers at you.
Yeah. There's been a couple of pairs I've picked up and.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might want to go to the doctor's, love.
Any wild ones that you can think of?
Do you know what? There's some stuff, like there's been things that have happened where I've never even met a person and shit's kicked off. There was a lady in Dundee.
What did she say?
I don't want to repeat it all.
You can if you want.
No,
Is it bad?
It's wild, yeah. She
proposition you?
Yes, basically, without ever meeting me. Yeah, but it
you could be an arsehole.
Oh no, she mentions arsehole. I tried not to, mate. You just keep pushing.
I don't mind it. We could talk about arseholes if you want to.
Oh, I'd rather not. Well, full of them.
So that's weird, isn't it? That people proposition you stuff like that if you've never met.
And but then also, like, even with people I have met, I'm so bad at reading. I said to a pal a little while ago, and I've known her for like 20 years, and we were in a room for a bit. I don't know why I thought this was an appropriate time to ask her. I was like, do you remember that time we met and my mate tipped the table over, and so we all had to leave because if one leaves, we all go.
Yeah.
I was like, did we have a vibe? Was there? And she was like, are you fucking kidding me? Why have you asked me here? Get in the kitchen. She was like, duh. What did you think? And I was like, oh, I don't know why I never asked before now, but imagine that. And we're just pals now. We can never be anything else. But, 20 years later, I've asked the person that I'm now really good friends with if that, during that first conversation, there was a vibe, because I wasn't really sure, despite the fact we'd sat basically talking to each other like this for 3 hours. I'm not very good at reading, not very good at reading people sometimes.
Because this perfectly leads on to the fact that you've recently done Celebs Go Dating. How was that?
Parts of it, so like everyone's got a reason for going on there. I said from the very beginning, look, I don't know about the dating side of this, to be honest, which might sound like a weird thing to say given it's called Celebs Go Dating, but I was really interested in the agency side of things.
Yes.
And so people won't see, obviously, because it's not a 4-hour show about my conversation with the agency, but I would have conversations that were 3 or 4 hours long sometimes, maybe 2 or 3. They felt longer.
Yeah.
And we really delved into stuff, and I really leaned into that side of it, which gave them probably an aspect of the show that they might not have had the opportunity to explore before. But I definitely think the agency was where my strength was.
Yeah.
I think that, I don't think the
dating side.
Nah.
Because my friend Anna Williamson.
Anna's wicked.
She's great, isn't she? She's so good. And did you lean more on the therapy side of things? Do you feel like it helped you, the therapy side of it?
I do, yeah. And I was talking with Anna and Dr. Tara, actually, and, Tara explained, both of them actually spoke to having people in their life who are both ASD and ADHD. And Dr. Tara spoke to, being on the other side of rigidity sometimes. There's that word again, I've said rigidity twice. I like saying it, rigidity. It's quite hard to say properly, but...
Rigidity.
Yeah, it's a D. I've got a lazy tongue. But, being on... Sorry, let's go back. Fucking hell.
The fucking innuendos in my head then, honestly. Anyway, carry on. Sorry,
here, innit?
Sorry, Stephen.
Yeah.
Stevie. Anyway, you got
Actually,
a lazy tongue.
Yes, no, but back to the seriousness. There was Tara was explaining what it was like to be on the other side of that rigidity. Sorry. And it just made me remember that I have a position in everything, and a part in everything, and to be more aware of myself in situations. Mm-hmm. Because I always took my mornings as like, if someone, I avoid the news at all costs. I don't really look at my phone first thing when I wake up because I'm quite vulnerable at that point in the day, and it can steer my whole day. I find it very hard to claw my day back. So if someone says something that's quite unkind in the morning, or there's something,
It'd be tricky for the rest of the day.
It's really hard for me to claw my day back. And I always used to look at that as well. If someone's done something untoward, that's, me projecting or being outward in my finding someone else responsible, when actually my need to go about my morning without engaging perhaps is can leave someone feeling unwanted, cast aside, unimportant, and quite selfishly it's not about the other person in that moment, it's actually just how I function. And given that time in the morning, I'm able to express my love far better later on. And that was actually quite a big realization, which sounds ridiculous, but it's really, I don't think we learn much by staying within our own perspective. We all find, I don't know if we all do, but I wish I had built a life with support in the places where I needed it, because I wasn't aware of my vulnerabilities, but I think we all too often find our way to align ourselves with people who are very like-minded. So have the same strengths but the same weaknesses, and that doesn't provide strength where you need it. It just encourages
weakness.
Well, yeah, and strength, but only in certain places. But weakness too. And so I think it's important to be curious and to listen and to really sit with, because all too often we just act things out, don't we? Like someone will say something that doesn't feel nice. You've said something horrible, even if they haven't. It's actually what you felt is horrible. And this is all stuff I'm learning at 42, and I've had to expedite because I want my son to be a boy and a man who is able to sit with his own feelings without acting them out, because I think that's the biggest gift you can give a young boy.
Yeah.
I weren't given it.
Yeah.
We didn't speak in my household about anything.
Yeah. It's quite similar households though across UK are very much like that though, but it's only now that people are starting to talk about the feelings, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's obviously always been exceptions to that, but I don't, for all of the talking that people do, again, like this is something that I've noted in myself. There's stuff that I've been able to talk a brilliant game about, but I've never integrated. I did a documentary about my dad's, or looking at why my dad might have taken his own life, right? Called Suicide of Me. And at the end of it, I said, I think the reason that, or the difference between a man that will or won't take his own life is the ability to tolerate how they feel at any given time. And then walked away from it, not realising that I wasn't sitting with my feelings whatsoever. I was just acting out whatever I felt. And then I had a kid and watched him having a hard time, aka losing his shit and having a tantrum. And I went, oh my God, this is where the shift happens. If I can't show him that what he's feeling is tolerable, he's looking at me, realising that, or learning from me in that moment that what he feels isn't tolerable, even to someone he's going to grow into, i.e. an adult. And I was like, fuck, that was that thing I said that I never integrated. It was just here, it was cerebral, but it wasn't integrated. Fuck, I need to integrate quickly.
Yeah. Do you feel like you give yourself a hard time being a dad?
Less and less. Less and less. I say this laughingly, but there'll definitely be a day he turns around and goes, Dad, it's all your fucking fault. He'll probably be about 12. No,
because we all hate our parents at some point.
Yeah, but
we all go through that.
You know what though? He's such a bright kid, and he's so emotionally aware. And I see in him things that I felt in myself, but I didn't have me there or my mum in the way that he does. And the things that he's able to say and express, and the security he has in being able to test those boundaries safely, is going to make a huge difference, I'm sure.
Yeah. Into like looking back, I don't think people realise how much kids learn from their parents and take on board things that they see.
Yeah.
It's like even growing up, or feel like even when you're growing up, and I don't know, there's a row in the house or there's an argument in front of the kid's going to be triggered or something's going to come from that.
Yeah.
And I don't think people realise how much kids take in and absorb stuff and take it into adult life.
Yeah. And it's not been perfect at home. And you only ever want it to be, right? But what he does see is repair. Mm-hmm. And that's not something that many people get the opportunity to see. They just see the rupture. And we talk about things, you know, not anything beyond his years, but if he's ever got a question, he knows he can ask, and he does. And he'll hold on to things. Like, I won't reprimand him at the time of something happening when I can see that there's nothing is going to go in. It's just going to further, create stress.
Yeah.
But like the other day, he came out of school and the first thing he said to me was sorry for something that had happened, and he'd held on to that all day, but I never prompted the apology. I don't want him to feel like he has to apologise if he's not sorry. I would much rather him be sorry, you know, to actually think about something and go, you know what, I was, you know, I'm sorry. And he does it, and that is such a fucking reward. Yeah. In just seeing that there is this little beautiful being that is only 5 and is able to sit with things and think about them, and in time and given space, instead of being punished or disciplined. You know, you can only really do that. But 5-year-olds can't be disciplined. You give them a healthy boundary, and you attach consequences to things. But you can only really threaten or scare them. You know, there is no other way to. They don't understand discipline. Yeah,
that's definitely a testament to you and his mum, though.
Yeah, we don't get it right all the time, mate, but we do try a lot more than anyone before us, I think. Not anyone in the world, but... You know what I mean? Yeah, they're all fucking shit parents. But, like, I think as far as in our families, we have better education and we give more thought to these things.
It's great, that. That's really good. So, with Celebs Go Dating, did you watch yourself back?
No, man. But it's nothing against the programme. I've not watched the documentaries I've made.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apart from the little bits I've had to watch to do voiceover, I've not watched any of them.
What is that? Is it because you just don't like...
I've moved on. Yeah.
Great way of looking at it.
Kind of. But then I think there's also lesson in some of it, and sometimes it's good to remind yourself of things you've said, done or thought, because there's stuff in music. I did a birthday party for one of my old albums not long ago, and I heard myself say some things, and I was like, shit. I articulated that then, but again, wasn't something that I integrated at all into my being or way of existing. It was just something that I said and thought and understood somewhat cerebrally, but didn't become. So yeah, I kind of try and pay a bit more attention to the things that are coming out of my mouth now.
Yeah. But I think, like, that comes with age, though, surely. Like,
it doesn't for everyone. It doesn't for everyone, and I'm not sitting here high and mighty. Like, I can still be a prick.
Oh, yeah. Not you, I mean, in general. I was... No, I meant me, because I thought to myself... Oh, yeah. I was like, I was like, No, I was thinking, no, I can be one as well. So I was like, yeah, same, actually.
You often don't... My thing now is with anything is, like, I try and catch myself before the descent. So, like, if I can feel my mood going towards a certain place, I just delay my response.
Yeah, which is a strength to have, because people immediately react. Yeah, and it's easy to do that.
And everyone, I think, is more reactive than they used to be, because we're propelled by our phones. Yeah. We respond to things so quickly. I feel like everyone's walking around on edge. Yeah. It's fucking ugly as well, right? I got in the lift at the gym today, and I do it. So I know that I don't look any different to the other people that I see doing it, but almost everyone, everywhere I go, is like that now. Walking around. It's just like, what are we all doing?
I know. The thing is,
but how do you get rid of it?
I know, it's my job, though. That's the only thing.
I know, it's what everyone says, though.
I know. I need to put boundaries in place, definitely, because the screen time is horrific.
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
I read somewhere it's like 400 rewards a day, like dopamine. So like if you like between news, social media, WhatsApp especially. So I'm like, fuck me. That wouldn't normally, if you take a phone away, you just wouldn't have anywhere near that kind of...
Having an actual conversation is one of them, innit? Because
that's why I enjoy doing this, because I don't really, in my personal life, it's really, also... If I got a text from one of my pals going, can we go and have a chat? I'll be like, oh, God. I'll get a message from you going, come on the podcast. I'm like, yeah, sweet.
I'd be like, Stevie.
Fucking hell! Do you know what? All good.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Next time I see you,
that's for me, not you.
I'd be like, Stevie. You've been married before to Millie, and you've obviously been on Celebs Go Dating. Would you ever date publicly again, or date someone in the public eye? Or would you try to keep that bit separate as much as possible?
Do you know what? I mean, look, the mother of my child and I are not done. There is, you know, we are under the same roof and living as a family best we can.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, it's not been as we presumed it would be.
Mm-hmm.
We've separated twice. It's tough, man.
Mm.
It's really, really tough. We both had quite colourful childhoods and we both had quite colourful lives, but she is an actress. But we've been able to keep our relationship private.
Yeah.
And that has been very different to the experience that I had when I was with Millie.
Do you prefer it?
Yeah, definitely.
Private life, happy life?
Yeah, I mean, not every day, eh?
Yeah, but I do think...
happy, definitely, because I mean, the thing is, people will be... They'll have this. I imagine people might have a false idea that they got window into my private life when I did Celebs Go Dating, but they didn't, because what they saw was me meet someone for a very short space of time and have an interaction with them. That's not my private. That's actually the opposite to my private life.
Yeah.
So yeah, it definitely is. Nobody wants the pressure that comes with having a relationship that is bigger than the sum of its parts. It's fucking awful.
I saw, because when you were, forgive me for saying, like, I saw some of the articles that was written about you when you were with Millie, saying that it was a drug dealer.
Yeah, it was wicked. Right? It was the day after we got married in the Daily Mail. Was ex-East End drug dealer marries Quality Street heiress, which is true-ish.
Yeah, that's wild though, isn't it, that they can write something like that.
But listen, I mean, if that's what works for you, that's how people saw it. And then we were written about. It wasn't even that we were talking about our relationship.
Mm.
You know, there was never any set up pap shots or any of that. I'd said absolutely not.
I can't imagine you doing
magazine.
that.
You know, we actually let to avoid people running over like boundaries and shit where we got married. We didn't take any money. We just said, look, we will come out at this point and we'll let the paps take a photo.
Mm.
We're not taking money off of any publication. Don't want it. Don't want the pressure, the distraction, or to encourage that kind of... I just think that's crass.
No, I can never...
And people do it. I get it. It's another way to earn money, but you get married to earn money. It's a madness. That, to me, just feels weird.
It's like a business almost, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a great business for a lot of people. And I guess if you're in it together and, you know, you thick as thieves, then maybe that's a great way to, you know, further assure the progress of your family. I don't know. It can't all be bad. There's not all... You know, not everyone who does that has got bad intention, I'm sure.
It just feels icky though, doesn't it?
I don't know, it just didn't feel right to me at the time.
Yeah.
But things change over time as well. Like, I always put my hand up and say I reserve the right to grow.
Yeah.
I will likely be, you know, a hypocrite if compared in 10 years to now.
Fucking hell, I've just come up with an idea. Professor Grow.
I mean, it just basically means the exact same fucking thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, fairs. Yes, you're right. You spoke just about having autism and ADHD. What did you recognise signs early on? Like, how did you recognise that?
Do you know what? The autism thing was more of a shock. No, was it more of a shock? I don't even think it was, actually, because I didn't really know what ADHD was. Mm-hmm. I just thought it was people who were a bit fidgety. Which I felt really ignorant about when I went and had my assessment and then done the typically ADHD thing and rabbit holed and read and listened to every audio book I possibly could.
Yeah.
Read every book and listened to every audio book I could find. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, no, there's nothing unique here. This is just paint by numbers, textbook fucking ADHD. But seeing how visible it was throughout my life, I was a bit frustrated in that I had a psychiatrist when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I was OCD, generalised anxiety disorder. I've been labelled depressive, like all of these things, and it just no one ever said, could this be ADHD or could this be autism or could this be both? And I'm like, knowing what I know now by way of the incredibly extensive assessments, it's like it was there. It was really visible. I knew about parts of it, like there were elements of it which I'd kind of named in other ways, but I didn't understand that there was an umbrella over all of those behaviours. And I think it helps. It's not really for everyone else. It's because it's not something that is for other people to determine what, beyond your psychiatrist, what your behaviours relate to. You're a person, right? I'm not just ADHD. I'm not just autism.
Yeah, it doesn't define,
Yeah, and nor should it. But having that diagnosis doesn't make an excuse whatsoever. It does the opposite. It allows me to go, okay, well, let's reassess everything.
Yeah.
Which I tried to do quite quickly, because if you get stuck looking behind you for too long, you don't see what's coming, do you?
Yeah.
But you kind of want to. You're like, oh shit, I wish I could reassess every situation I've ever been in, understanding what I do about myself now. So the wickedest thing about therapy, right, and obviously that's not with my psychiatrist, but is that it removes you of the excuses you've built your personality around. We assume all of these roles, and you just, if you're lucky, I think you get to a point where before implosion or during or after, you go, fuck, who am I? Because we become the stories that we tell ourselves, and those are the things that help us survive. Like they did me when I was a kid, but they become quite trapping at a point. And I think if you don't assess that as an adult, and I think that's becoming an adult, to be honest, or becoming, truly yourself, you have to address all of that and strip the roles away and go, okay, so what is actually aligned with, because I used to sell weed and do that, but I don't really feel much like a drug dealer because I don't align with everything else that goes with that. In fact, I hate it.
Yeah.
I'm a rapper, but I also don't align with a lot of that because I don't agree with it. And, you start going, so who am I amongst all of these assumed roles? And, I'm still working that out, but it's quite nice to get to a point where you're a little bit more forgiving.
Yeah.
And you can go, okay, well, I did X, Y, and Z for me to survive a period of my life, and for me to be able to get where I am, I needed that.
Yeah.
But it's not helpful anymore. And if we are the stories that we hear and then we tell ourselves, I think it's important to update the library. That's kind of where I'm at.
That's amazing. I actually really relate to that, because being in my early 30s, there was a part of me where I was like, I'm not the same as I was when I was 18. I'm not the same as I was when I was 20. My brain feels different. I'm not sure what it is. Can't put my finger on like why I feel a certain way about certain things, but I don't. And then I got diagnosed with ADHD, and it actually put things more into perspective for me. So I go, oh, that's why I react the way I do. It's not because of that, it's because of this. And I think how you process stuff is different to other people.
Yeah.
And it's wild how, I think when obviously I was growing up, it didn't really exist. Yeah. And if it is, like people who had ADHD or say was on the spectrum of autism was always, they're a problem child. Yeah. And it was always they talk too much, or they're always in trouble. And no one really understood it.
They never go to school.
Or they never go to school, or it's something that they don't want to do, they won't do it. Yeah. And everyone used to think, oh, it's a problem child, we don't want to deal with that. But
yeah, that's how kids become problems.
100%.
Right? There's a brilliant book called The Expectation Effect, and it explains the psychology behind what actually happens when kids hear these things.
Yeah.
My son, right, he goes to a Steiner school, which is incredible. It's a different methodology, and it's head, heart and hands, thinking, feeling and doing, and it focuses up until the point of 7 on emotional development and learning by doing versus the rigidity of sitting in a mainstream classroom. And his teacher says, sometimes he'll get up and he'll spin around, and I don't mind because he's not at risk and no one else is, and it's just his way of him, and I went finding his way back down. Just like, ADHD, me finishing people's sentences. And she went, yeah. And I went, yeah, it's his way of regulating. And she was like, oh, I don't need to tell you then. I was like, no, I get it. But if he was in a mainstream school, that would be deemed a negative behaviour, I'm sure.
Yeah, 100%.
My tapping was.
Yeah.
And that's just a way to regulate.
Yeah.
And you know, it's supported there. It's part of healthy development. He may or may not be, but he needn't be diagnosed anything as he is, because he's in a place that supports his development. And he's doing really fucking well.
Yeah.
And I just feel for so many kids who find themselves in situations where it's easier for them to be called naughty and, you know, suffer expulsion than it is to be, you know.
I feel sorry for us, like, are you millennial?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel sorry for us millennials. We're going to deal with some therapy, aren't we? Because all we've been labelled as problems.
Yeah, but I think that's probably because we've started to delve into shit that no one really had on the scale that we have previously.
Yeah.
But what good is it doing? People are still fucking killing themselves at an exponential rate. It's
Yeah.
like, what, you know, like how, at what point do things shift and is there positive change? It feels like for all, one step forward, two steps back, and you know, we're going this way as far as our awareness, but then there's this kind of hyper awareness, and then there's overdiagnosis by way of us diagnosing ourselves, and we've got too much information. And if you are autistic, you've already got too many synapses that are open, processing too much. So how useful is all that information if you do nothing with it? How many people listen to self-help podcasts and do fuck all with the information?
Yeah.
What good is the information if you don't integrate and act?
100%. Wild.
Yeah.
This podcast took a turn and I'm quite liking it. You're a big advocate for mental health.
Yes.
Why is it so important for men to talk about their mental health?
I don't know if it's so much about the talking. I think that gets, I don't know, that's encouraged too much. And I think you have to be really careful with who you talk to, because undoubtedly there are people who will take advantage.
Yeah,
but,
or fall on like deaf ears.
Yeah, or you'll just get bad advice. Like people always say, you know, you should talk to your mates. Well, who are your mates?
Yeah. There's certain mates you could talk to about certain stuff.
Yeah, and
100%.
also, you know, I think friends come with bias and motive sometimes. And sadly, it's not, you know, I can sit here and go, I think the best thing would be for everyone to go and see a therapist, especially like a BACP accredited therapist, so you know that they're competent and capable of meeting you where you're at and meeting your needs. But it's not accessible for everyone. You know, it's a fucking luxury to be able to it's a luxury to be able to access it, and then beyond that, it's a luxury to be able to access it and come undone. You know, and be faced with everything that you must for therapy to do any good. You know, it's not just about shooting the shit and being validated. Therapy is about a mirror being fucking held up.
100%.
You know, and being called out and having the opportunity to leave that room. It's like, you pass your driving test and you learn to drive the minute you leave. You know, you begin learning to drive. It's not, you know, it's kind of similar with therapy. Like,
Good point.
You have to take what you learn in that room and act on it.
Yeah.
You have to. I say this, you know, I'm not stating the obvious. It sounds very much like I am, but nothing changes unless something does. I keep coming back to this phrase, and that's something, you know, for most of my life I thought was someone else or something else. It wasn't. It was me.
Yeah.
You know, even down to morals. Your morals extend to not just your own actions, but the actions of others that you tolerate. Because it's all well and good if you won't act in a way, but if you've got someone next to you that's doing something to you that you wouldn't do, but you're tolerating, that's still not aligned with...
Yeah, I get it.
Do you know what I mean? There's so much to it. And I'm really grateful for therapy presenting as much of a challenge as it did, but, you know, like I say, it's not easy for everyone to access, and the waiting lists are just getting longer and longer.
Yeah. I went to therapy and I was like, oh, I'm going to unload. And I was unloading. I was there for a couple of weeks. And then my nan died. And I thought, do you know what? I'm off. This is too much to deal with. I'll pick it up in a couple of years. So that's where I'm at.
Okay.
Just thought I'd let you know.
Thoughts on picking it up?
I do. Do you know what it is? Because it was so soon, I thought I need to process myself first before then go in and talk about it, because at one point I was talking about trauma from my childhood with bullying, and then suddenly I was like, oh, I'm opening up, and then because in my head it's been a closed book for so many years, and I don't want to open it because like I don't know what will come out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as I was just opening it, it was, yeah, your nan's died, and I went, right, so we'll close that, we'll close this, and we'll open it in a couple of years.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at. I might come and speak to you for a bit.
I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, mate. I'm not. I am not a professional nor accredited.
But you are a professor.
I'm not a real professor. Fuck you. I was just about to say that. I knew you'd go there. But no, man. Well, listen, mate. I'm really sorry about you losing your nan. But I get it. I think sometimes there's something to be said for the things that keep us standing.
Yeah.
What I was saying about it's a luxury to be able to go and to come undone, and to put yourself back together. If my nan did that, I would have ended up in a home.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have cared for her mum. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not viable for everyone. You've got all these kids running around going, oh, well, if my parents had gone to therapy, they were dealing with what they had to deal with.
100%.
You know, until you grow up, it's really... And there's a lot of adults who haven't grown up. You know, I'm only just doing it now. But until you go through shit, you can't talk to that, you know? And you're 18, 19-year-olds go, this is all my parents' fault, and if only they'd had therapy... Mate, they were trying to put fucking food on the table and keep a roof over their heads and maintain a relationship that was fucking hard because they both brought each of their own lives to the table.
Yeah.
And it created conflict because they could see each other.
Yeah.
You know, not for bad reason, because they could see each other for what they had been through. And that created problems in itself. You know, and look, I need to get better at this, but we need to be a bit more forgiving of each other. But we also need to not... There's two sides to that because I also think we need to hold each other more accountable.
I agree. As in yourself, for one, for accountability.
Mate, absolutely.
Yeah. And also the people that have pushed you to that point. Because what I mean by that is, let me rephrase it, boundary.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, you listen, you go be you over there is a boundary. Yeah.
100%. That's where I'm at in life at the moment.
No, I mean you go be you over there.
Should I just leave? Right, so we're going to go... Do you know what? We've just had that really good conversation and I'm doing something really fucking ridiculous. So I don't know if you watch the podcast, you probably haven't. I've listened to all your songs.
Exactly.
Yeah. So in here is Bulls, my pink Bulls.
Yeah.
So there's loads of confessions from the audience, from us, and we've got to react to it and give some advice, basically. Okay. And to be fair, you're quite wisdomous. Is that a word?
Wisdomous.
So
sick.
As you can see, you're the one giving the advice, not me. So I'm gonna give it a spin. Stevie.
Cheers.
You're going to hate this, aren't you? Me calling you Stevie.
No, I didn't even hear it that time.
Oh, okay.
I told you, it's okay. It's integrated.
Fab.
Oh.
What's in my pink bowl?
A confession from Professor Green.
/ Stevie.
I haven't put one in there. What's this about?
So you've got to say a confession that the world doesn't know.
Okay.
But are you quite an open book? Are you quite deep?
I mean, both.
Both, yeah, I was going to say. Yeah. What a stupid category that was.
Larry, Larry.
Fucking stupid question. Anything that the world doesn't know? It could be anything. Don't be something shit like I don't like tea.
Fuck. What do people normally confess here?
We've had some wild ones. We've had people like that have woken up in a toilet after having a heavy sesh. We've had...
I woke up in my own bath.
Right.
There wasn't any water in it, thank fuck.
Yeah. Do you want to be doing a Britney in that? During the music video, every time? No?
No.
Not a Britney fan?
No.
Okay.
Kind of, I know the songs.
Yeah. That was for the gays.
I don't follow her on Instagram. Yeah, no, it was... do you know what happened? I'd worked it out. I mean, this is kind of already out there, but we'd had a big night. I think we'd been to the box. Everyone ended up back at mine. I was in bed with someone, or on my bed with someone. Nothing was happening. And then I got up to go to the bathroom and then came back and someone else was on the bed and they'd both fallen asleep. So I was like, right, I'm going to sleep in the living room. I'm trying to fall asleep on the sofa and the sun's beating down on the window.
The worst.
And so I get up and I go to the bathroom for another wee and I'm like, oh, it's quite cold in here. Maybe I'll just grab a pair of dirty Puma tracksuit bottoms out of the washing basket and use them as a pillow and get in my bathtub and sleep 'cause it's nice and cold. That's not my confession. That's just something that happened.
What a shit confession.
Sorry, yeah. Mate, I'm trying really hard not to be... I don't know. I need some steer. I wish you knew me better. You'd be able to be like, you should say, I don't know what to confess.
Anyone that you've met that you had a funny story with, celeb-wise?
I don't meet many celebs. I don't go to many parties anymore.
You
Right,
should.
come on, let me think.
'Cause I'll
Can we
be
come
there.
back to this? Can we come back to
We can come back to it. You have
Don't
a
worry,
think.
I'll still be thinking about what you're saying as you're saying it, but I'll also be thinking about that as well.
So now we're going to play a game. We're on to the laugh section. It's a game of Professor Mean
Finally.
or Professor Green.
Okay.
So Mean is like you're not a fan. Green is you're okay with it.
Okay.
People who don't pay for a date. Professor Mean or Professor Green?
Isn't there always one person not paying for the date, or do you mean they never?
They never.
Oh no, fuck that.
No.
Yeah, Professor, I'm not up for that. Professor.
No.
Yeah. My rule is if it's your idea, you pay for it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that. People who change how you say words in raps just to rhyme it with something.
No, I'm green for that.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Any context?
It's a remarkable skill. Like the American accent, you can bend so many more words
Right.
to make rhyme. I'm always, it makes my ears prick up when I hear something like, or someone say something that shouldn't rhyme that does because of a way that they've managed
Yeah.
to pronounce it.
Puts milk in with their tea bags when making a cup of tea. Mean or green?
I don't drink tea, right? But I was always told that if you're ever asked to make a cup of tea at work, make a shit cup so you're never asked again.
Good point.
So I am guilty of putting milk in the tea when the tea bag is still in there. But yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, but it's a big thing.
Right.
What about, let's relate it to coffee then.
Go on then. Yeah, I don't. Let's see how he does this.
Okay, so instant coffee or bean?
Instant coffee or mate, I take it as it comes. I'll have it out of a fucking bucket.
You're quite
Proper
chilled, aren't you,
building
really?
stuff. Yeah.
Okay, what about this one? Smacking their lips when eating. Fucking hate it. I don't know about you.
Karima was always going, can you eat your crisps with your mouth shut? But she gets so quickly, and it's like, well, I can't get a crisp in my mouth without it being open. I can't put it up my nose and get. It's just like, but there is something offensive about me just putting a crisp in my mouth, and God forbid it cracks before my lips are shut.
Yeah, I do feel that though.
Right, I kind of get it, but
Yeah.
that's my nutting when I'm just trying to enjoy a salt and vinegar crisp in bed.
What about this one? People who snore.
Not as it's not as benign as people think snoring. It's like asphyxiation light. Get it checked. I'd probably sympathise first, and then if they did nothing, kick them out of bed. I fucking hate it on tour buses.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah. If you snore, you get down there with the other
The
snorers.
snoring. Do you know what the thing is? I was saying this to my friend. I could actually kill someone that snores. And I mean proper fucking go all ham. What, kill someone?
Yeah. What would be your method?
Well, when I've been watching a lot of true crime,
Red flag.
Yeah, they tend to like. Well, I don't know if this.
I don't even know if it is, by the way. I've just seen that on the internet.
I would, well, go for a bit of a ferry, throw him off. You'll never see him again. That person's never getting found if you dump him in the sea.
What if they've got an Apple tracker on them? What are those things called? AirTag.
Well, that'll be in the ocean. You won't see it.
Won't it show up? Won't they be able to find it?
No, not waterproof.
Yeah, but people float, didn't they? Unless you stab them in their gut and
Yes.
let the air out of their intestines.
Yeah. Put him in a suitcase.
I watch a lot of true crime too.
Do ya? That's how I go sleep. Do you?
No, I've been watching The Pit lately. That's how actually The Agent. That's my current go-to. I find it really difficult to go to sleep without the company of a television, to be honest. I always have. I think that's something that's quite typical in not neurotypical brains.
Yes, because the other day, I'm not even kidding, I was watching something true crime and I woke up and all I heard was, and her intestines were on the floor, and I went, okay, no. But apparently it really relaxes you, and apparently if you listen to true crime going to sleep, you're a bit of a psychopath. It's not no news to me. I know I'm a psycho.
I don't think psychopaths know they're psychopaths. No one crazy ever told me they're crazy.
I'm crazy. I'm batshit crazy.
That means he's not crazy.
No, I'm batshit crazy.
No, he's not crazy.
Especially when it comes to like partners and stuff, like I'm batshit crazy.
No, you could be stupid in your choices. You can make poor decisions. It doesn't make you crazy.
I'm literally Professor Crazy. You hate me, I know you do. What about this one? People cutting you up when you're driving.
My mate said to me once, and I've got this weird thing. It's probably just autism. Where if something's explained, no, genuinely, I do wonder if this is just so. Like, if something is, even if I've got the parts of something, unless they are they're put together in a way that I can understand, I can't action them. But one of my pals just said to me, he just went, "You can't argue with someone over 2.5 meters of road. He drove a smart car. It's more like 4.5 for any person in a normal sized car." And I was just like, "You can't. What the fuck you can? What are you actually? You know, unless someone really puts your life in danger, but even then, just be glad that you're all right." I was just like, "Fuck, you can't. Why would I do that?" And then no road rage. If someone cuts me up, generally, it's just like, "I hope your day gets better, mate."
Yeah.
Why are you in a rush to go to nowhere? You know.
What annoys me more than that, I think, is if I let them out and they don't say thanks. I think that really boils my piss.
Low expectations. They're important.
But I'm very selfish on the road. I don't let people out because that's why. Does it annoy me? Yeah.
Maybe I do still get road rage. I'm getting it now.
Maybe it's just me.
Yeah, no, I don't think I like you as a driver. I better not fucking come across you.
But I've got to be selfish because...
Thought you were Zen Green.
But I've got to be selfish because people are horrible. And it really, really upsets me. If I let someone out and they don't say thank you, I'm like...
But that's... I mean, yeah. It would be nice if everyone had...
Manners,
but...
The world doesn't spin like that, does it?
You never know, though. They might have a 3-year-old in the back, or they might be on their way to see their nan in hospital, or they might have just got a call to me now. Their houses. No, I just always. What did someone said? Did someone say it, or did I? It's probably just another fucking post on the internet. But just treat anyone driving slowly in front of you as if they got a wedding cake in the boot. Just reframe things. I think we always our brains are so helpful when they work for us, but generally they don't.
Yeah.
Because they're prediction machines. And
yeah, because it just goes so negative most
absolutely,
of the time.
We've got a negative bias because we've evolved to stay safe. And so we try and spot danger in things, but we also see patterns where there aren't. And we respond to things that happen here by way of what's happened previously and what we expect to come next. That doesn't really give people much room to be themselves. And again, this is all just shit I'm trying to practice now. But it does make a difference when you find yourself doing something differently and giving someone a chance, and on the other side of it, they're exactly the fucking same, and you wish you'd never fucking bothered.
I think we need to keep your professor title because you are literally like a professor. Stevie. Kids crying on a plane, you're going to be fine with this.
Sweet of it, mate. I can't tell you how significant the shift was in having my own kid.
Yeah, because you get it.
I just get it. It doesn't offend me anymore.
You get it.
Maybe also because I've stopped drinking, but...
That'll do it.
Yeah, hangover. It just babies crying in hangovers. Nah.
I had a hangover on Jet 2 flight back from Ibiza, and there's 3 kids crying.
Ooh, back from Ibiza.
And I literally had my earphones on my head. How many hours were you there?
How many days?
In Ibiza?
Yeah.
Thursday to Monday. Oh. Yes.
Yeah, that's grim.
Wasn't great. What about people talking in cinema? Don't tell me you're going to say, "Oh, you don't know if someone's..."
No, fuck them.
This is Professor Green we like to see.
Get the fuck out of the cinema.
Thank you. Do you know what it's like Jekyll and Hyde with you, innit?
It's just both sides of the coin.
Love it. I love it. I like both, to be fair. What should we call one Stevie, one Stephen? No? Okay. People coming up to you in the street and just singing your songs to you. I mean, I've just fucking done that.
Mate, it gave me a I don't know, it made me think I became sort of hyper aware and started to feel like a caricature of my fucking self. People have come up to me going, "Swear down." So I'm like, oh yeah, I have got rap hands. I do gesticulate a lot. Apparently that's something to do with the tism as well. A lot in the assessment. But no, jokes aside, people would say, and I never realised that swear down was part of my vocabulary. And it was something that I said as often as I did. And then because I said it, not even in a lyric on a song, it was just like in the outro to I Need You Tonight or something.
Yeah.
And then, but it was so many, even fucking, about to name drop, Chris Martin comes up to me when I was on Jules Holland, and he says to me, and he goes, "Swear down." I was like, not another one. But also Chris Martin, oh my God. And he was like, "You had us saying swear down on the tour bus a whole summer." And I was like, what the fuck is going on in my life? This is mental.
Yeah.
But still, it added to me feeling like a caricature of myself, because anytime I caught myself saying swear down, I'd just see someone going, "Swear down," like here.
Are we mean or green with that? You fine with it?
Nah, I fucking hate it.
Yeah, first. What about this one, the last one? I think you're going to hate this one. People not buying a ticket to your upcoming tour. Don't say stuff like, what if they can't afford? They should afford, and they should be going.
How far do we take this? Because I'm just trying, like, let's give this some shape, shall we?
Okay.
Let's find a situation where during which or amongst, like, I have to make this decision, like, I have to think this, so, like, or I have to decide this. What's the scenario? So they could either buy a ticket to the show or
spend it on Vinted.
I'd be upset.
Yeah, I would be.
Yeah.
And I think your followers now probably are Vinted account users, aren't they?
Your sweaty hoodie that's got someone else's bacteria in the armpits. Come to the fucking show.
I really like that side of you.
I'm just saying stuff now. I don't know where I am.
Should we spin the balls again?
Love a ball.
There we go. There you go, Stevie.
When I go to supermarkets, I go to the hot deli counter and eat the food on the way around the shop. Then I hide the wrapper in the store before I get to the till so I don't have to pay. And they sleep well. Fuck me.
But what if it's a woman that can't feed her kids?
No, I don't. Fuck corporation, mate. I'm all for it.
Fab.
If I didn't have the conscience I have, I would steal.
I've got such a bad conscience.
I've never stolen.
Have you not?
No.
And you sold weed?
I just can't. Yeah, but I never sold crack or smack.
And that is the main thing.
Which, yeah, that is the main thing.
No.
Can you tell I've not had any media training?
You've never been on a podcast like this, have you?
No, I wish more of them were like this, to be fair. I haven't had to cry once. I mean, what would you... I don't know. I'm
trying to think if I've done it.
I'm right with it. I always give them the empty wrapper, but the looks I get sometimes, I'm like, well, should I have just fucking not paid for it?
Exactly. And if we're hungry, we'd do it. I mean, I've never done it. I know my friend's done it.
I mean, to be fair, though, the hot deli counter, rotisserie chickens in the supermarket are fucking cooked within an inch of their life. They're not...
Yeah. But I'm thinking if it's like a cheeky hash brown... No, never.
I've had a hash brown, but not from a hot deli in a supermarket. Is that a thing?
Yeah, it can be.
I go to
Waitrose.
I couldn't say it with a straight face. I really wanted to. Fuck.
Been Waitrose.
I really wanted to say it. I just couldn't say it with a straight face.
Any advice, thoughts, feelings? What do you think?
I think we've covered it all.
You do you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back on, girl.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, right, I'm going to go to my favourite section, which is me. And I want to ask questions to you.
Yeah.
So, we spoke about your music. You haven't released an album in 12 years. First of all, what the fuck is going on? Second of all, when are you releasing it?
Probably first quarter next year.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels like album time. I've got most of it together, and they've just been waiting for this. I had, it sounds weird, right? But I see it in a picture, and I'm like, I've got that part of it, but I need this one that goes first. And now I've got two options for that one.
Fab.
That means we can go. But it does determine that it's sort of deciding that the two options are, there's one single that can exist in isolation but will end up on the album, but the other, I mean, it literally says the album title at the beginning of the song. So if we put that out, I've got to put that fucking album out, and maybe that's the pressure I need.
Right.
I work quite well with a gun to my head.
Have you got any collaborations on there, can't you say?
I am nicking Bring Me the Horizon classic and reworking it. And Moby replayed parts to one of his songs for me to use in quite a different way to what they existed originally. Ren's on the record. He's incredible. And yeah, there's still scope for some collaborations. There's a record with Lewis Capaldi that we did independently of each other. He'd put a chorus down, didn't use it. I heard it and was like, I've got a fucking idea for that. Half finished it, and then left the label I was with. But I would love to get it out. I just need to get a thumbs up from Lewis.
It'd be good, that. Because look what happened with Olivia Dean and Sam Fender.
Yeah, collaboration has always done really well for me and the person I've collaborated with previously. But this record's like, I guess, but in the same way that Read All About It was about a fucking suicide. It weren't, no one presumed that would be a #1 record. But I was going to say this is, this one's quite a deep one. It's one of the introspective ones. But feels like it could connect and do some good for a lot of people.
Are you performing any of your new songs on tour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're about to start. I don't know when this will go out. It'll probably have already happened. But I've been asked by a radio station to close a stage as a surprise at one of the festivals coming up, which is quite nice because I've not had much to do with the commercial side of things for a little while. And we're going to launch whatever I decide to be the first single then.
It's good to see you back on there.
I said I wanted to get busy again, and now I am. I'm like...
You're really busy.
Trying to...
Busy bee.
Fun, though.
But listen, get me on that stage.
Come to the gig. How about you come to the gig?
I'll come to the gig.
20th of December, Coco.
I will come to the gig. Can I introduce you? No.
We've got quite an elaborate intro.
Right.
Yeah.
So is that a no?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah. Fab. This is a random question I want to ask you. Right, if you were the Prime Minister, what law would you bring in?
I would make myself accountable, and any Prime Minister afterwards. There would be a law that politicians, as on a whole, actually,
yes,
just as a group of people, we're no longer allowed to pay lip service or to take donation from people who shouldn't have any impact or say in our politics. Yeah.
That's a great one.
Yeah, say something. You mean what you say what you mean.
I love it.
And if you fuck up, be held accountable. Or hung.
By what, though? The balls? No? Okay. Anyone in the rap music scene you'd love to collaborate with?
Do you know what? I'd love to do another record with Cass Is Dead. Yeah, he's one of my favourite artists. I fucking love him. We've got a couple of records together. I got him on a Dream McLean song called Doing What It Do, and he jumped on the Not Your Man remix for me around my third album time. We did some shows and stuff together, but he's proper people's, and he's just fucking wicked. Artistry, like proper artistry.
And last question, are you dating anyone?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we don't get much chance because we're parents, but...
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I know you did just say that, but I was just wondering if you was back on a fish.
Well, for us, we are, yeah. Yeah, we're whatever, yeah. It's, yeah.
Shall I buy my hat? No?
Fucking ball back.
Speaking of ball, we got the final one. There you go. Have you had fun?
Yes, thank you.
No problem. Make sure you come back. And I want an invite.
We'll see if you come to my show.
I will, actually.
No shouting at Stevie from the fucking balcony. It'll put me right off.
I might lift my top up and have Stevie there.
Stevie Nips.
Oh my God, Stevie Nips. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it?
That was good, but no.
What if I called you Professor Stevie?
It just...
No.
You've done yourself a disservice there, mate.
First, okay.
I once dated someone so I could see their brother on a regular basis. They don't know to this day I had to play with myself on their bed thinking of them.
Fucking hell. Thoughts, feelings.
Surely there's other things you can do.
I know, but how hot is this brother? There's other people, surely.
But no,
and also
no,
porn.
Yeah, but what I mean, that's really hard without context, but fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like,
any advice you'd give? I wouldn't do it on their bed. That's a bit like, not Silence of the Lambs, what is it? Fatal Attraction.
Right.
When she boils the rabbit. It's a bit like that.
I don't know. Yeah.
It's a hard one, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think she's like serial killer sick. I just think, I mean, we don't even know if it's a she, right? But whatever's going on here, I mean, couldn't you have just seen the brother?
Yeah.
You know, it sounds I'm taking from this that I dated someone so I could see their brother. She already knew the brother or knew of the brother. Why would you date
the other brother?
The other. Yeah,
I feel sorry for the other brother. I feel sorry for the other brother.
Well, I mean, that's all he is, isn't he?
The other brother.
The other brother.
It's a 4 out of 10 at best. I mean, we don't know him, Stevie. So we can say what we want.
Yeah. Fuck them all.
Fuck 'em all. Have you thought of your confession yet?
I generally only use nail clippers on my big toes.
Why?
I can just peel the other ones off.
Fuck off. Do you used to bite them when you were younger? I did.
No, I'm not that flexible. But,
Right.
And I don't like feet.
Oh, you're not?
Oh, no.
Not a fan?
No.
A lot of people don't like feet, but a lot of people are turned on by feet.
I know, it seems to be it's one extreme or the other, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Like, yeah.
Not for me.
No.
So you use nail clippings on your big toe?
No, just if I'm ever, I had to get on a boat recently, and to perform, and I had to do it barefoot. I was like, oh, I didn't think about this. And I've been on a boat before, so I was like, oh shit, I'm about 3 days behind cutting my toenails.
Stop. Was it like talons?
I could have scratched you from here. Got an itch, I'll scratch it. No. So just, quick peel, and at least, 4 out of 5.
Fairs.
Why am I saying this out loud?
To be fair, we've had worse. We've had...
Someone off the boat will have a fucking picture and it will be high definition enough to zoom in on my fucking claws.
Yeah, I think... Didn't Megan McKenna, in our one she admitted one, she said she glues her big toenail on? She said it when she was on here, didn't she? So maybe it's a feet thing with guests on here. She's got no toenails, so I think she glues it on.
Oh, bless.
I know. Faz? Oh, you don't have that problem? No.
No, I have many problems, not that one.
Have you had fun?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad. Thank you so much for listening to Live Laugh Leap. Make sure you tune in next time. Guys, the one, the only, Professor Stevie. Woo! Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I loved it.
That was a giggle, man.
Thank you.